Hello, you are watching SamTube, giving the guide to enjoy music and hi-fi gears. Today I'm going to introduce some Korean very unique loudspeaker company. It's based on the very metallic loudspeakers. So they are 20 years old only for the loudspeakers. Now you may know that Korea has very nice manufacturers and designers of the loudspeakers, together with some amplifiers and music players too. And Orchestals is one of them. Actually, they are expert in the metal machining, designing, 3D dimensional CAD designing, and they are expert in that kind of area, and most of all, they are expert in the music. Actually, the CEO of this company, he is an expert in the singing, classical singer, actually. So every loudspeaker is based on the designing, machining from the metal, and the ultimate tuning is coming from their musical background. So they harmonize the theory and application very well. And actually, they are introducing their products all over the world. They go for the Munich every year and every hi-fi fair in Korea too. So soon we can see orchestral products in Europe and America, you name it, everywhere. Okay, let me introduce the Orchestals first. Their approach of the designing loudspeaker is very unique. They have thought about the ultimate loudspeaker. It looks they regard the ultimate loudspeaker is to present every different area of the sound stages. Just imagine orchestra. Every area is different. From the left side is a violin, right side is a cello and contrabass, and next line is woodwind and brass. And at the back of the orchestra there is some timpanis and some bigger instrument. It has some wide range from left and right, and also from the back and the front. There are many areas, and the best loudspeaker is to present every location very well. So they make different area combining a couple of modules. So they call themselves, this kind of way is orchestral arrangement technology of loudspeaker. They patented these technologies. And then they designed a speaker to change the angle vertically and horizontally to give some right location and right direction to the listeners. It's also patented. So this kind of two axes make this company, Orchestals, very special. This company has long been machinery producing company and export to Europe. They know very well about the machining and designing, three-dimensional CAD design, and every way of technologies to produce metal works. They combine the musicality into this kind of infrastructure, so they made this kind of loudspeakers. Actually, you can find, when you sit in front of this loudspeaker, their engraving and the way of doing machining is very beautiful, actually. Very precise and beautiful to me. So they made this kind of some metal-based loudspeakers by combining different modules. Currently, they have 3 products. From the bottom, this two-way loudspeaker is 500 CL. And the next 3-way speaker is 600 CE, and there is a 1000 CG as a flagship. The name of CL is the combining two words. C is for clavier, that is piano, as you know, and L is a luxury. So that is, this 500 is clavier luxury, and 600 is clavier elegance, very elegant clavier it means. And the flagship is clavier grand. That kind of name clavier comes from the ultimate goal is that the perfect loudspeaker sounds like piano, harmonics and resonance and texture of the piano. When they play the music just like the piano, it is perfect, they regard it. So they named it in their products too. Okay, let's see. This 500 CL is composed of 2 aluminum-based modules. So this aluminum is very higher level. We call it aircraft grade aluminum. Moreover, they put most higher level of the driver unit from Sears from Norway. Tweeter is T25 and the base unit is W19. As far as I know, T25 and W19 is the almost highest grade of the Sears driver unit. Tweeter is 1 inch of fabric dome that is driven by neodymium magnet, and the base unit is very special. It's a graphene treated magnesium. It's intended for very sturdy and fast moving. Size is 6.9 inches. Basically, they are equipped also the same Sears network inside. They are intended to harmonize together. Usually we can imagine when a certain loudspeaker company make their enclosure as metal, they intended to sound very tidy, clean and transparent with almost no resonance at all. So Orchestals are similar with that. However, they are different in some areas. Their target is to sound like real instrument and real human voice, real timbre actually. So it gives very enjoyable moment of the music playing, not just the sound itself. That's the point. They are differentiated from the other company who composed the loudspeaker with metals. I have encountered this brand, Orchestals, several times at the audio fair in Korea and outside of Korea too. And at first time, to be honest, it looks like weird. But after that, one day I have a chance to listen in front of their loudspeaker. I was surprised to hear that sound is very different from other metal-based loudspeakers. It's very musical and gives very pleasant moment to the listeners. So I have found their contact point and called them to monitor their loudspeakers, and then I visited their factory too. That's the way I came to know the Orchestals, and they brought 2 kinds of loudspeakers in our office too. I found after several days, actually more than a week, it was more than I expected. Again, I told you that it's quite different from other metal-based loudspeakers. Okay, let me finish my explanation. The sound will explain more about these loudspeakers. Let's listen 3 kinds of music. Here we go.
hardly wait to hold you, feel my arms around you. How long I have waited just to love you now that I have found you.
Okay, we have listened 3 music through the 500 CL. You may figure out what this unfamiliar loudspeaker is playing, what kind of way it is playing. Most of all, it's a metal-based loudspeaker. Typically, this kind of loudspeaker makes very tidy sound, leaves no resonances. This speaker is also go like that way. However, it makes some really enjoyable sound. That is, does not make too thin bass, some enjoyable bass that people want to enjoy from the music. Very blooming bass, like something like that. It's a very pleasant listening, giving some pleasant listening to the listeners. From the first music we have heard is famous Japanese animation music, Kiki's Delivery Service. Start with the very peaceful moment of the seashore, and then suddenly it comes some orchestral tutti. It may look very easy, typical orchestral tutti, but it has some limitation, some limit that the music go over the limit. It makes some distortion. It is not easy to give some accurate moment of the tutti sound. 500 CL goes very easy. That don't make any fatigue or some unstable moment to the listeners. It's very comfortable and enjoyable moment. Let them listener hear. Actually, it's very dramatic, easygoing in that kind of some difficult moment. And next thing, by the virtue of this metallic-based enclosure, it plays well, very speedy moment. Something like the Magnificent Seven, the second music. Magnificent Seven is a very speedy. It plays very speedy moments, very clearly and precisely, just like 7 heroes on the horses are rushing to me, sometimes very quickly and sometimes a bit slowly. The change of the tempo is the ultimate point of this music. And the 500 CL plays very speedy moment, remains no fussy sound. It plays very speedy sound to make some sudden moment and the change of the tempo from slow and the fast from the slow. So it's very dramatic moment it can play. The scenery of the western area behind of the 7 wild horses rushing. So it's very dramatic and very big moment it's giving. On the other hand, cozy moment of the song Look of Love. Normally we can imagine this kind of metal-based loudspeakers cannot make some cozy moment like that way. But when you hear through the 500 CL, it's very cozy and gives some very pleasant bass too. After that, it makes some very precise imaging of the singer. The female singer starts singing, then makes some very lifelike imaging of the singer just between the loudspeakers. Also, very dramatic moment. Maybe it is the very virtue of this kind of loudspeaker that remains almost no resonances. But what the orchestral speakers like 500 CL is different is that it gives some pleasant bass moment. The designers want to let the bass like that way. Not the very thin bass, not go too far to emphasize the resolution of the bass. That's the ultimate virtue of the orchestral speakers like 500 CL. That means that we can enjoy almost every kind of music we can enjoy. Okay, today is the first introducing orchestral speakers with the 500 CL, the youngest model of the orchestrals at the moment. Next time we will see the elder brother of the 500 CL, 600 CE, we can see next time. Okay, this is the end of the 500 CL, so see you soon on the same tube next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.